Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Priyanka's Lesson.
So today we are going to discuss about scientific management given by Frederick Winslow Taylor. Learning from today's session, principle of scientific management, and that include science not rule of thumb, the very first principle. Second one, harmony not discord, cooperation not individualism, and of course the fourth one, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So, Frederick Winslow Taylor, or popularly known as F.W. Taylor, is the father of scientific management. He was a mechanical engineer and a management consultant. So, while working with different organizations, Taylor observed that organizations need to be more standardized, and for that, he has studied their work processes closely and developed this scientific management theory. So, scientific management is also known as Taylorism. So, let's move to the first principle, that is science, not rule of thumb. So, Taylor has suggested the management as a science. He told that every decision to be taken and every activities to be performed must be based on facts rather than going into the previous assumption or something. We must see the facts. Okay, so he told that we should not stick with old techniques but strive to form new techniques. The best technique could be found after proper discussion between manager and worker. Let's take an example. Suppose you are facing certain problem in your organization that your employees are coming late to your organization on a regular basis. So if you are taking the decision by scientifically, then you must see the facts. You must observe the situation first and ask yourself questions why this is happening in your organization. Then you may find many possibilities or possible reason, and among those, by based on that data you can develop a hypothesis, and based on that hypothesis you can conduct an experiment in your organization. Okay, for 10 or 20 employees you can conduct one experiment, and based on that experiment you can come to the conclusion and take decisions by doing what you can solve the problem. That is what you are following a scientific method. Okay, so this is the first principle. Let's move to the next one, harmony not discord. Taylor emphasized that there should be complete harmony between the workers and the management, since if there is any conflict between the two, then it will not be beneficial either for the workers or the management. Both the management and the workers should realize the importance of each other. Isn't it? Without that, an organization can't be successful. Okay? Both the management and the worker should cooperate with each other. Taylor suggested complete mental revolution on the part of both management and workers. It became possible by sharing of gains between management and workers, leading to complete harmony. Okay, and there are many other ways. If your organization is doing good, if the production rate is good, then you can share some of the gain with the workers too, so that the workers can be motivated and harmony can be achieved. There are so many other ways like training of employees, division of work, team spirit, positive attitude, and sense of discipline. Let's move to the third principle, cooperation, not individualism. This principle is an extension of principle of harmony, not discord, and lays stress on mutual cooperation between workers and the management. Cooperation, mutual confidence, sense of goodwill should prevail among both, managers as well as workers. The intention is to replace internal competition with cooperation. Okay, if you focus on cooperation rather than individualism, then there will be the chances that your organization can do better production. Okay, so let's move to the next principle, acting together. Development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity is the fourth principle. Efficiency of any organization, whether that is small, medium, large, depends on the skills and capabilities of its employees to a great extent. Thus, providing training to the workers was considered essential in order to learn the best method developed through the use of scientific approach. So, to attain the efficiency, steps should be taken right from the process of selection of employees. And employees should be scientifically selected, and you can train them accordingly, and you can focus on their development of every individual in your organization, and by doing that your organization can prosper. Thank you for your time.
If you like my video, then like, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends.